everyone, welcome back to Hilarious Pass-AroundStories. It's been a while, but before we start, thank you for 250 downloads, over that actually, I think 266. Keep listening, and today I'm going to do a county fair episode, because we just had the county fair where I live, and today I'm going to be joined by Jess and Lizzie. Can you guys please tell me your favorite movie?
Hi, my name's Lizzie, again from another episode, and my favorite movie is probably maybe K-pop Demon Hunters.
Nice.
That's a good one.
It was a good one.
It's Jess. I'm back from the last episode that I did, and my favorite movie is probably Rise of Red.
Nice. I still haven't finished that movie. I really need to finish that movie. It looks really good. Okay, so let's start the story. So once upon a time, there was an adventurous pair of friends named Lisa and Sally. And Lisa and Sally were going to do a challenge at the fair. They were going to eat all the greasy, grimy, sugary, dairy-licious, I guess, food, and then ride every single ride.
Ooh, they're gonna puke a lot.
Yeah, but they can't puke or else they lose.
Oh yeah, that's a good challenge. Okay. The first, I'm going to start saying some of the foods they ate, which including rice. I know they ate really good soft serves, steak, hamburgers.
Philly cheesesteaks.
Definitely mozzarella sticks.
Rice Krispie treats.
And then they literally ate almost every food they were in the park.
And they drank dirty sodas, boba, and
Ice cream.
yes. Except since notice how she said they drank ice cream. She means that they melted the ice cream and then drank it in a smoothie.
They found out two different ways to eat ice cream. They ate regular ice cream from a soft serve and melted ice cream.
They also made Sprite. They also made Sprite drinks, so they put Sprite in a cup. Then they poured whipped cream all over it, and then they put sprinkles on top and drank it.
Ew, that kind of sounds nasty.
I know someone who did that at youth group.
Ooh.
Anyway, actually, it probably tasted good. So sugary.
Ooh,
Think about it.
Actually, yeah. Now that I thought about it.
Okay, so they went. So the first ride they went on after they ate all this food was Sleds in Space. And on Sleds in Space, that ride, you lay down and you spin in circles. And you go up and down and up and down. And it's kind of relaxing. But it wasn't that relaxing to them because they ate all that food. And let's just say that they might both be lactose intolerant. Next,
They rode on Flight of Light.
and Flight of Life, it's a scary ride. You sit in these, what would you call them? Like cars, except it's like two seats. It's a two-seater in the front, two on the back.
Yeah, and it would just spin really fast. First of all, it would go forward, then it would go backwards. I'd actually prefer backwards.
I prefer backwards. Well, yeah, I probably prefer backwards. Because there was a ride like that at the fair, and I definitely preferred backwards. So here's another ride that they rode. So they rode Spin Tower. And Spin Tower,
It was actually, surprisingly, nobody has puked yet, but on what's it called?
Spin Tower.
On Spin Tower, it
was really relaxing.
It was somehow relaxing. Even they both had a fear of heights, and they were like, "Why is this so relaxing?" we're both afraid and this feels
So
relaxing.
what happened was they got to the very top and they looked up. Something was wrong with the chains that were holding them to the ride. They were 50 feet in the air and the chain was about to break. The good thing was they were very secure-ish, kind of. They were very prepared, I guess. They had super glue. They weren't supposed to do this, but they unbuckled their seatbelts.
Climbed to the top of where the chain was about to break and somehow survived gluing it together. And the operator was too busy looking on his phone to even see that the ride was broken. Probably why they almost died.
Yeah, he was watching, what was he watching? He was watching
Taylor Swift's new music.
Yes. And he was like, oh, now the sky is opalite.
I knew it, I knew ya.
Oh yeah, she was singing that song from Toy Story that's about to come out. I knew it, I knew ya. Yeah. Anyway, then they still hadn't puked when they were coming to the fun house that was superhero themed.
So the only part they really enjoyed was the spinny tunnel at the end.
And to be dangerous, they came up with a challenge. They had to stretch out as far as they could, putting hands on both sides and spinning the whole way. But halfway there, Lisa went
and almost threw up. Well, did she throw up or did she not? I forgot.
Let's just say she threw up in her mouth.
Yeah.
She didn't actually throw up, so Lisa said it didn't count.
Yeah. So then they went to the next ride called Up, Rattle, Shake, and not Rattle Shake. It was the no gravity flight of air.
It was very spinny.
And they about broke their necks riding, which wasn't a good idea because it was like they were yanked to one side, then yanked to the other, then to another, then to another. Then they rode Spaceship Mission Impossible.
Ooh, yeah.
That one.
It was basically the impact was so bad
that your cheeks flew up against the wall.
Yeah.
You were stuck. You couldn't move from the wall, and they lifted you up and dropped you back down.
And it was physically possible to put both of your legs up without them falling back to the ground.
Exactly. They stuck you on this wall, and they lifted you up. You weren't even touching the ground, but you couldn't move. If you tried to move, you'd just fall back down. And that wasn't good because even though they didn't puke, other people did. And Sally can't stand when other people puke. It makes her want to puke. So she had to look away, and it was hitting everyone's faces and getting in their hair. And it was really gross, and it was purple.
Why is it purple?
Because there's a group of friends, and they bought Neatos from the fair, and they were all standing in one circle, squishing them above their mouths, and they all popped.
Of course they did. Also, on Mission Impossible, I think it's called, like I said, you could put both of your feet up, but also randomly, your seat would fly up and fly back down and fly up and fly back down.
Yes, and Sally and Lisa made it through there, but there were still a couple rides left. One of them being the Tipsy Turny Las Vegas extravaganza. And on that ride, it was red and it spun up and down, not like other rides, but you were in a circle and it would tilt. And so you smash into the other person, and the other person's stomach got smashed. And Sally and Lisa were turning purple and green.
And what almost happened is
they almost got stuck.
Yeah, because they were up in the air, and the operator was watching Taylor Swift's video too.
Again.
Again. And and he just he forgot to turn off the off button. It had been 2 minutes, and they were like, "Hey, stop! No!"
They probably we're just glad they didn't fall.
Yes. 2 more rides left. One ride being the very unsafe Viking ship, where if you're sitting down, the bar only is about half a foot over your lap, so you have no security. When Sally and Lisa rode that ride, they sunk through the seats. They even wound up trading seats because they sunk so low, and everyone was falling off the Viking ship ride and jumping off because they were about to fall off, and there were so many bones to be broken.
And before I tell you the last one, of course they had to take a bathroom break, but
it was a bad bathroom break because of the porta potties. And the porta potties were really, really, really gross. There was pee all over the seat. And they had to wipe it up with toilet paper. And they had to make noises like goats because they were so disgusted. Yeah, and so then once they used the bathroom, they came out, and there it was in front of them. Girls, this country guy said,
you guys have won yourself free concert tickets, but then they're of course both like, no, we need one last ride because we are trying to win. I'm trying to win, and kind of hope I win and not my friend.
Yeah, and Lisa was like, hey, that's kind of rude. But the last ride they had to ride, it wasn't that scary, in fact. It was the Ferris wheel.
It was really scary, wasn't it?
The Ferris wheel.
Oh, there's one more, I think.
Okay, there's one more. Oh, okay, so there are 2 more rides. So the first one being the Ferris wheel. And the Ferris wheel was where Sally gave up. She puked off the top because they were stuck at the top. She puked and she puked and she puked and she puked all over the monster trucks too. They were lined up there, so they were puker trucks. And Lisa had to, when they dropped down, she had to throw her off onto a monster truck, but then something bad happened.
The monster truck started driving.
And Sally was stuck on top of it.
Lisa
wasn't a very good friend right then.
Yeah, because Lisa, after she did that, she didn't feel like running. So she said, you know what? She has said she didn't want to win, and she's done all that rude stuff to me. So I'm just going to go on the last one. And Lisa didn't know this last one was one of the scariest.
And this last one
was a kind of like spinner thing, that you kind of get, that you play for like money or something. And her shoes fell off, and her bracelet fell off, and
her friendship bracelet. And even though Sally was still on top of the ride, she started crying her eyes out because she thought that the friendship bracelet had broken. So she jumped off the monster truck and went, Lisa, I know your middle name. Stop being mean to me. By the way, Lisa's middle name was Walaka Shiki Maka Taka Laka Raka Pilaka Taka Maka Maka Riki Raka Tika Taka Baka Baka Random Water Bottle Pizza Ice Cream Pie Head Malfunctious Manunctious. And Lisa's real name was Lisa Magnolius Catherine Cindy Jane O'Meal California High School Ice Cream.
They actually ended up not going to the concert.
Yeah, they ended up not going to the concert
Yeah.
because after Sally was, it took hours for Sally to finish Lisa's name, because she kind of forgot a little bit because they were having some friendship problems, and so they went to a counselor instead of the concert, and that counselor's name was Dr. Hallucination Recreation, and he said, "Ooh, you are friends now because I'm going to hypnotize you." So they both sat in a chair, and they
Had to get a couple teeth removed. That's how bad they threw up.
they had to get a couple of teeth removed. And the dentist came in. The doctor came in because they puked too much and lost a bunch of organs.
Yeah, they had to have a bunch of surgeries after that.
Yes. So thank you all for listening. Well, the end. And thank you all for listening. I'm glad I can make another episode. Thank you for being on my show. And next episode will be coming out soon. Bye.
Bye.